All right, welcome everybody. So we have quite a few people ready to come in to Hempworx. This is the CBD opportunity we're going to launch with. I'm really excited about it. We tested, over 20 different CBD products, and then we narrowed it down to about a dozen, a little over a dozen right away, on over 20 different people, and got lots of feedback. We just kept narrowing it down, and Hempworx and three others came out on top. And between those, I wanted to be personally connected to it. So between the four that came out on top, between all those that we tested, there were two that I kept going to every day. The other two I lean on when I'm in like extreme. Ultimately, it came down to two I was relying on every day the most, Hempworx and another one. And between those two, we decided to go with Hempworx because it was among the best of them all, plus an incredible marketing system and opportunity for me to help people build their business. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm not going to go too much into the product in this video, other than to say we tested a lot of products and this one came out on top. It wasn't the only great one. Quite frankly, most of the CBD products we tested were remarkable. We tested them on before I found CBD. We tested it on so many serious chronic issues. And, Hempworx was one of the top ones that came out on top that everybody kept asking for. When you combine that with the marketing system and the way it's set up so that I can help people, it's just an incredible opportunity. I'm going to go over our marketing strategy and everything I'm going to be doing for you to launch and supporting you and really becoming a leader as a marketer on top of what I'm positioning you to benefit from my market. I'm going to go over all of that in this training. I just want you to know the products are definitely excellent, and it goes beyond just the CBD product. If you can't get the CBD products, don't let that stop you from moving forward and getting a position and taking advantage of everything we're doing, because as the months and years go on, CBD as an industry is going to continue to explode. When I was looking at the CBD market, I was really looking seriously at the regulatory environment. And I needed more than just lawyers and law offices, predicting how it would be interpreted. We needed to see actual legislation. And it was about a year ago today that the Farm Bill was passed. And it took me a while to understand, has it caught on? Is it being accepted as legislation? Is it legit? But as I read and studied and saw what was happening in the industry, I grew to understand that it's a rock solid legislation that's put the green light on the CBD market in the United States. And a lot of the United States sets the trend for these kind of legislative issues because it's usually the most strict, oddly enough. And so the EU has now allowed CBD to be marketed in it. I know Australia and New Zealand hasn't yet, unless you get a doctor's prescription, and I don't think we can ship there yet. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you'll need to start with the nutritional line. But again, to be able to build a business and take advantage of my marketing and what I'm going to set you up to be able to do, I strongly encourage you to still plug in, even if your country doesn't allow CBD to be shipped there. More and more countries are opening up. My understanding is Mexico's opened up. Again, the whole EU and UK is open. And there are other countries as well that are open. If you have questions about that, I can share it with you. But again, even if CBD can't be shipped where you're at, you can still get plugged in and start marketing and building a CBD distribution network. The industry is going to continue to explode and grow. I know a lot of people think, CBD's everywhere. It's going to be saturated. How do you distinguish yourself? Guys, you only think that. I used to think that. You only think that if you didn't get the results yourself. Once I took it, and I have serious issues, so it was easy to tell. Immediately, it was massive life-changing benefit. And once you understand how dramatic and how broad it is in terms of who it's helping, when I started testing this stuff on different people, this is just the beginning. CBD is just one cannabinoid. There are many. There's CBG, there's CBDA, and it's just beginning. It's in its infancy, and there's so many different ways that these products can be developed. And while it can differ from person to person, we found there were some big consistencies. kind of turns on the healthy aspects of your body. It's called the cannabinoid system. You actually have receptor sites. And I don't want to get into all of that other than just to say, like, it's really working with the body. And when you understand how this industry is just in its infancy and how significant of an impact it's having in people's lives and how much of a difference there is between the different products, so people are going to be trying different things. And when you understand that this is one of the top products out there at a really competitive price point for the quality and the impact it's having, when you understand all the little nuances, you understand like this industry is going to blow wide open. And the other thing I'll say on this, and then I'm going to move on to our marketing process. One of the things that really caught my attention about this is even though they're really heavily focused on empowering marketers like myself, so I can help you and help you position yourself successfully and growing fast with a business, even though there's a big emphasis on supporting marketers, the majority of the sales are happening from consumers, people just loving the product, sharing it with their aunt or their uncle or their sister just automatically because of the product results. And after testing the product, I can totally see how that would happen. And that's also what drew me to this big time, is seeing that development. Okay, so if you have not already, you're going to want to go to a link. It's either going to be in a button underneath this video, or maybe it's a separate link that I sent you depending on how you got access to this video. But look for a button or a link that takes you to a page that looks like this. Make sure it says at the bottom, welcome to Mike Klingler, not the bottom, the top. Welcome to Mike Klingler. Welcome to Mike Klingler's website. Let's make sure it says that. Enter your name, email, you can enter your phone number if you want to, and then click and come on in. And that's going to enter you into a power line. That's going to enter you into this line that is being driven down. And even though you haven't purchased anything yet, that's going to start to happen. And you see here, James has already started building his second line already, just within a day, not even a day of being here. But like if I keep clicking down, you're going to see this left leg of mine is driven down. I'm going to keep driving that down. I'm going to talk about this because of the nature of their compensation plan and the cool marketing tools like this, where people are falling in line and you basically, you see over here, it says next cutoff date, Thursday, December 5th. So all these pre-enrollees, if you see it's gray, it means they haven't purchased yet. All these pre-enrollees fall in and have a temporary position locked in. And if they purchase before the following Thursday, in this case, Thursday, December 5th, they jump above all the other pre-enrollees who don't purchase that week. And then if the following week or the following week or the following week and so on, any of those pre-enrollees that had been above them originally later come in and purchase, they finally get around to looking at it, they finally try the product, whatever, and they come in, they will forever be in your organization. So there's a lot of incentive there. There's a lot of exciting things to talk about to attract people who are marketers who need that kind of extra excitement to get their attention. Now, again, because it's such a product-driven company, and it really is, this is really cool because it allows you to build a distribution network that attracts marketers. You're going to have my help in a big way. I'll talk about that in this video to help you launch all that and get it going huge. But then you've got the products being so effective that we're seeing in a big way. You know, I look at Jason Cardamone's organization, you see in a big way people sharing it through word of mouth naturally on top of what we're doing on our marketing, so it's spreading like wildfire. And you see so many people that I've known over the years, because I've been around this industry a long time, and I've seen so many people who never made full-time significant incomes in network marketing who are in this company. I'm also seeing people who did okay in past network marketing companies who are now making $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. There's something very special going on here. And it's tools like this, like with this pre-enrollee system, but it's also the power of the product and the natural word of mouth that happens beyond that. So I'm going to help you build a distribution network leveraging these tools. You're going to want to, if you didn't already, again, register here, get your position locked in, and then before this coming Thursday, if you want to take advantage of everything I'm about to go over, you're going to want to purchase one of the packs. There's certain things that I want you to commit to if you're going to join this team, and you want to listen to this whole video. If you have to pause and come back later, go ahead, but don't let too much time pass, because this is a really unique situation. And I think that's going to become really, really evident as we go forward here. So after you register and come in, you're going to want to go to genealogy up here. Look at the top here. I'm clicking on genealogy. And from there, it might look a little different from my page, but you should start to see, people falling underneath you. I haven't started the serious marketing yet. At this time, it looks like we have like 38 people in there. I haven't started the serious marketing yet. That's the whole point. I'm reaching out to those of you who had expressed interest in having me put you in at the top before I contact my list, before I start advertising, before I start heavy promoting through email to the new leads who are entering my list, before I turn on the social media campaigns in a big way. I am contacting those that I've either worked with or that have followed me on social media first, so that you can get a top position. So again, the sooner you register for free here, the sooner you lock in that position. You can kind of assess what's going on. As long as you purchase before the following Thursday, you're locked in, and you'll jump above anybody who didn't sign up that week. If they sign up in the future, they're forever underneath you, as are their organizations, and so on and so forth. It's a really cool system. It's really powerful for creating fast growth. And I'm going to teach you not just today, I'm going to show you what I'm doing to help you build big, leveraging my marketing, but I'm also going to talk about how I help you duplicate it, how we can really focus your energy to drive excitement down. Like, I'm telling you, like, this will be the easiest opportunity to build excitement and momentum and success off of that you've ever participated in. They have leveraged every possible area that can be leveraged, from product development to packaging to how well the site's put together to the marketing mechanisms like this and the quality of the product itself and the nature of where the industry's at and the interest in CBD. And again, even if you're outside of the market where we can deliver CBD, the other products are definitely catching on, creating a lot of excitement in and of themselves. It's really, really powerful. Okay, so let's continue on. So you registered, or you should pause right now and register, lock in your position in this power line. Again, if I keep going down here, we can just keep going down and see you would be falling in this line, and everybody that I bring in and that anyone else brings in this line will fall underneath you. And it's a pretty big deal. So I'll stop there, but check that out after you register in your power line, kind of get a feel for how that works. The other thing I want to mention is, and it might be somewhere different in your site, but look for your success coach. Look somewhere for success coach and click on it and confirm that either I or whoever referred you here, is your success coach. Like, make sure that that's right, that you fell in the right place. So check that out. It's going to be somewhere on your site. Your site may be designed a little bit different from mine if you're not signed up yet, but look for somewhere that says success coach on the left side. Scroll way down, look for it. You should be able to find it. And then you also want to make sure you can log in. Now, when you registered at this page, you should have got an email, but not everybody does because of spam filters and everything else. If you can't find the email, just go to mydailychoice.com/login. Okay, that's mydailychoice.com/login. And then go to pre-enrollee if you haven't purchased yet, and you can enter your email to log in. If you need help logging in, click Need Login Help. And then you can either enter your ID, your My Daily Choice ID, and click Send Email, or you can enter your My Daily Choice username and click Send Email, or you can enter your email address, but that's how you find your way back in. And then after you purchase, once you sign up, which again, don't purchase anything or sign up until you hear the commitment we're asking you to make to join the team and all the benefits that you're going to have for us helping you build this thing and you benefiting from my marketing. Don't sign up yet. You need to watch this video. You need to know what's going on. That's how we're going to succeed. That's how we're going to build an amazing team that grows extremely fast and that lasts long term. That result that you've been looking for. It's about commitment, focus. So even if you got a tough schedule or whatever, if you got to pause this video, fine. But don't just jump in and buy anything. Don't just wing it. Get through this whole video, understand what we're doing, understand what we're asking of you, and decide if you're willing to make that commitment to join this team or not. And if not, that's okay. It's not the team for you. But if you want to commit to what I'm asking you to commit to, now I'm going to commit to you, and I'm going to talk about what those commitments coming from me are and what those commitments that we're asking of you are. So be sure to listen to this whole video before you actually sign up. So once you do sign up, though, you would go to mydailychoice/login, and you would sign up from affiliate/customers. Your username and password and log in. And again, you could click Login Help if you need help. So I'm just going to recap again before I get into the details. Make sure you've registered here to lock in your spot for free. Once you have, go to Genealogy, and you can kind of see where you've fallen and what's going on. Obviously, I'm not marketing yet, but I'm bringing people into this right now who I've worked with, that, or who soon I'm not doing it as of today, but soon I'm going to introduce it to people in social media that follow me. And then I'm going to go to my list. Then I'm going to start some serious marketing in January. I'm going to do a little marketing in December, which will look like a big marketing to a lot of you guys. A lot of people start falling into this when I start emailing my list. But January is when I really crank it up. So you want to get in before I start emailing my list would be ideal. Okay, and then find out who your success coach is. Make sure it's who enrolled you, who it's supposed to be. You'll find that on the left side. If you scroll down, it might look a little bit different from mine here, but you will find success coach somewhere. Make sure that it's correct, that it's person who referred you. And then obviously you want to know how to log in as a pre-enrollee and later when you sign up as an affiliate customer. Okay, so compensation plan. I'm not going to cover the whole compensation plan. You can find the compensation plan at the website if you want to study it. It pays you lots of different income streams at the same time. I'm only going to focus on one, the binary, because that's what allows you to see how I'm helping you in a big way, because you can make so much money with just the binary. Again, this isn't the only comp plan in here. You got jumpstart bonuses. You got all kinds of things. It's a fantastic compensation plan, rewarding you at different stages. But I'm going to focus on the binary, because it only takes 2 legs to get up to $1 million per month. And I know that's not a goal for many of you, but it just puts in perspective just how powerful this can be. It also quickly summarizes why people like me are in a position with this company to help you in such a big way, because we can focus our energies and we can focus our marketing and create a lot of spillover in ways that other companies' comp plans don't allow us to do in the same way. I've been involved with things before where I help people benefit from the spillover of my marketing, but it was so spread out. It was like a matrix, and it starts to spread out. But in this case, I'm able to drive so much traffic. I'm going to talk about that in one leg and basically build half of your organization of the binary, and then allows you to focus mainly. I want you to contribute a little bit to that one leg, but it allows you to focus mainly on that second leg. So then my focus is just teaching you how to tap into marketing co-ops and social media, and also get into a rotator I'm creating to help you build that second leg, but also for me to set you up to become a leader who can create perpetual growth and perpetual motion, because you're able to just focus on one leg, because I've got that other leg, handled. Again, I want you to contribute a little bit. I'm going to talk about the details of this. I'm going to have you contribute a little bit to the growth of that one leg, and I want you to duplicate that on down with your team. But mainly, I'm driving most of the mega traffic in volume in one leg. I'm going to show you that so you can focus mainly on just one leg. Just 2 legs can get you to $1 million a month. That means 2 legs can get you to $1,500 a month or $3,000 a month, and further if you want to. It's really, really exciting, and it's really, really powerful. I'm going to go over those details in a minute. Again, I'm only going to focus on the binary comp plan here real quick. You can go to the comp plan review and review all of the different income streams that are working for you at the same time. So here's you. And you've got to be doing at least 40 BV. I have actually a higher commitment. If you're going to be part of our top 100, I want you to be at 90 BV, which is about $140 a month on auto order. Don't misunderstand me. You can join Hempworx, and you can join, what we're doing in terms of joining the team, but not the top 100 team that are going to benefit from my marketing in the way that I'm describing today. Okay, so you can join Hempworx doing what you want. But if you want to participate in my rotator and all kinds of powerful things I'm going to do to help you build and capitalize on my marketing in a big way, you need to commit to some criteria that I'm going to cover today. But just so you understand the company's comp plan, you'll need 40 BV to qualify for the binary. You need to enroll at least one person on the left and one person on the right who does 90 BV. So that's it. And then you can start, every time you got $300 in business volume on the left and $300 in business volume on the right, you get paid a check. You get paid, let's just keep this simple. I'm going to scroll down. It shows you what you're paid at the different ranks. But everybody who's coming into our team who follows the criteria and the commitment that I'm asking for, you'd be executive, so you'd be getting 15%. So I'm going to be helping you drive massively this left leg down, just massive, just insanely fast and big and strong. But I'm also going to be supporting you in building that second leg, and your whole attention really can focus there. I'm going to talk about the details of that, I want you to contribute a little bit to the left leg, but most of your focus is going to get to focus just on one leg. And I'm going to support you in building that second leg. And I'm going to talk about that today if you're part of our top 100. So between just these two legs, you're getting 15% of the weak side. So let's say it's an example. Let's say in this left leg, I have 30,000 a month volume that's going there through our team efforts and you benefiting from my marketing. Again, I'll explain that in a second, but let's just for you to understand the comp plan first, get a foundational understanding of how this all works. Let's say there's doing 30,000 a month there. And let's say you focus on this leg and you get it up to 10,000 a month. You get 15% of the weak sides. You get 15% of 10,000, so you get a $1,500 check that month. Now, don't forget, there's other compensation plans paying you this month as well. And you can study the comp plan to understand that. So you wouldn't just be getting the 1,500. I just love the binary because it allows for focus. I only want to talk about that till your conversation gets too long. You can read the comp plan. So what happens to that extra $20,000? Remember, there was 30,000 over here in the example. There was 10,000 over here, and you got paid 15% of the low side. So you got paid 15% of 10,000. You got $1,500 that month. What happens to that extra 20,000 that was over here? It rolls over to the next month, so you do not lose it. You do not lose it, and it just builds up. So if you get a leader in here, you really focus in here, and you catch up with that. You capitalize on that. My goal is to drive this leg down so big and strong that, you spend the rest of your time just trying to catch up and just make as much money as you can, focusing your energies on that one leg. That's the power of this, because you get to focus your energies, as does your team. Sit tight, because I'm going to share with you our marketing strategy, how you benefit from my marketing in a big way, but more so how I help you even build this second leg. It's really, really powerful stuff. It's all about strategy. That's how I've been able to be as successful as I have for 25 years. Strategy. It's not my it's not my networking skills. It's not my hard work. There are times you see me work hard, but there were also years I completely took off. It's strategy. It's systemization. So I'm going to go over that with you today to show you how you're going to benefit from my marketing in a big way to build this second leg, leveraging my marketing massively. So you can focus most of your energies on the right leg. And I'll even talk about how I help you build that right leg. Okay, so, I'd like to get this up to 100,000 a month volume as quickly as possible. And then, you're getting yours to 20,000 a month. Now you're at 3,000 a month, and so on and so forth. Now, again, there's other comp plans on top of that, which are big. But this is just a really simple one to show you how you're going to benefit from my marketing in a big way. Again, you're building a distribution network in the CBD market. Even if you're in a country that can't ship CBD yet, eventually it will probably open up there. But if not, you're able to get the other products, which are fantastic, but you're able to build in the CBD market in other countries that are open, and more opening all the time. So this is a representation of getting into the income stream of a massively growing industry, the CBD market, benefiting from my marketing the ways that I'll describe. So again, I've talked a little bit about the products, how we arrived at choosing Hempworx as the product. Definitely phenomenal. One thing I'm excited about is I tested the 750, which is a stronger dose than the 500. 500 is like more oil, more not watered down, but just not as strong of a formulation, because some people don't need as much. I like it really strong because I've got some, pretty serious inflammation issues. And they just have a new product out with 1,500, so highly concentrated. So I have that ordered. I'll let you know what the results are on that. I'm excited about it. I've just been testing the 750. But I've also got some other product orders in, and Robin does too, outside the CBD products. So we'll let you know our results with those. But really impressed so far across the board. Okay, so I'll come back to this, and for those that decide to move forward and be a part of all of this, I'll come back to this and talk about which packs you need to enter at if you want to be benefiting fully from our team. Let me now go through the marketing side, how you can benefit from my marketing. So let's start with just what I'm doing so you can get an understanding of this. That's me. Now, I'm going to bring in 100 committed people, and I'll talk about what the criteria are when I talk about 100 committed people, but I mean very committed to the business, which is important. You don't want just 100 anybody's. You see what happens in those situations. You want 100 committed people. So if you're going to benefit from the things that I'm talking about today, Again, you can join Hempworx if you want to, but if you want to, without doing anything I ask you to do, but if you want to enter the marketing rotator and get my support in helping you set up your own co-ops and really become a leader as a marketer to drive your second leg down to win once and for all, then you want to be one of these 100 committed people. Again, I'll talk about the criteria at the end of this. Now, this is from my marketing. I haven't really started marketing per se. I guess you could say I did. I'm just reaching out to those that were interested before I actually start officially marketing. I'll probably get to 40 or 50 people just from those that expressed interest. I don't know where it will be, but I will keep marketing to my list and on social media till I get those 100 committed people. I would suspect that would be anytime between December and February. I would be surprised if it took me that long as February, but if it does, then that's what we'll do. I'm going to keep building it till we get 100 committed people. A lot of those are going to fall underneath you, obviously. And then I'm going to add you, if you're one of those 100 people, which again, you need to meet certain criteria, make a commitment, which I'll talk about at the end of this. If you're one of those 100 people, I'm going to add you to what I'm calling the social media rotator. And this actually helps you do more than just build this left leg, helps you build your right leg as well. So I'm going to talk about that. So inside the Hempworx site, there's a traffic rotator. And I don't know if you can see this very well, but over on the far right, it says add traffic rotator entry. When I click that, I can add people. I can add these 100 people that come in first in this line to that rotator. And then when I promote this link, it rotates that traffic. And you'll notice this is more than just falling into that leg. Because again, initially, you're not on a rotator. Initially, just to really make sure this is clear, let me go back to make sure this is super clear. When I'm first bringing in these 100 committed people, that's not using the rotator. That's with me as the enroller. So I get the enroller bonuses and all that stuff and the other aspects of the compensation plan that are tied to when you're the enroller. And then you're getting spillover of those 100 people underneath you, depending on where you fall. You might be the 20th person, so then you'd have 80 of those underneath you. Maybe you're the 50th person, you have 50 of those underneath you, which is a lot because you're getting their organizations as well. And they're committed people, as you'll come to see when you see the commitments I'm asking for people that are going to want to be a part of that group. But just understand you're not working through the rotator. I'm the enroller, but they're spilling underneath you, so you benefit from the binary volume that's growing there, which is a big deal. So, but then I'm going to add you, this is a second layer of all this. Then I'm going to add those 100 people to what I'm calling the social media rotator, which one of the cool things about Hempworx is that they have these really awesome tools for marketers, people like me, so I can help you guys in a big way, really easily. And I'll be adding those 100 people to this rotator, which actually allows me to build your second leg. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later. You'll notice the arrow says, remember, when you rotate traffic to other people, which I'll be doing for these 100 people, you are giving them the enrollment of the people who come from that traffic. That means they, not you, will receive the fast start bonus and will be their enroller. So all kinds of things, additional income streams kick in that I don't have time to talk about right now. You can review the comp plan, but you're going to get the fast start bonus. Actually, I think they call it the jump start bonus in the comp plan. You're going to get everything that's associated in the compensation plan to you when you're the enroller, when they come in through the rotator. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. So this is when I'm marketing on YouTube, and I've got almost 5,000 people follow me there. You see that my average videos are over 200 views each. I'm going to be tapping into SEO specific to Hempworx, specific to competing products, leading people into that rotator. I'm very good at that. It's how I built a seven-figure income back in 2007, 2008. It is very simple for me to do. It's a longer-term strategy, but it's highly, highly effective. So those 100 people are going to be in that rotator, indefinitely, which is really, really, really powerful. For as long as you're on auto order and you're active and holding to your commitments, which I'll discuss at the end of this, you are forever in that rotator, which is a big deal because again, it's falling not just in your left leg, but also your right leg with you as the enroller. Okay, I'm also going to be making that rotator effective for my Facebook posts. This is huge, guys. I'm also going to be making, and let's look at that. Like here, I made one post on November 24th. You get in the top and you can see like a lot of people saying interested, info please, info please. You know, and these aren't people in my network. These aren't even people I know. And every, you know, it's so this starts to add up, especially when you're in this rotator indefinitely. My WordPress blog, I've got a CBD blog that I started and using SEO. I'm going to be driving a lot of traffic. I'll be doing product reviews on other companies and we'll be leading into this rotator for these 100 people. Solo ads I'll be playing with. I don't have a lot of high hopes for it, but we will get signups out of it. And YouTube ads as well. I'll be committing 10% of my total Hempworx income every month for 6 months to this rotator on top of the social media for those top 100 people only to blast this thing off. I'm also asking, and we'll get to this at the end as part of the commitment, you to commit, if you want to be one of those 100 people, you to commit adding 10% of your Hempworx income into the ad rotator as well to accelerate the growth of your power leg, and your team duplicates this to compound the effect. So you're going to be asking those you bring into the business side to commit to putting 10% of their Hempworx income into that rotator to really drive this down. And I'll be teaching you guys how to do that. Again, the rotating tool is right in the Hempworx system. So when people, it's just so sweet. It's set up so well, and then they become pre-enrollees, and now we can start sending them presentations that I do for you to help them understand what's going on, to get them plugged in and get them plugged into this whole thing, including duplicating this process and plugging into driving that traffic down of your right leg. So this indicates, I don't know if you can see that, if you can look closely underneath this blue box where it says add you to social media rotator. So these little legs here represent that it's not just building your left leg, but it's also building your right leg with you as the enroller, which is an additional jumpstart income stream on top of just the binary. But it's also helping you build the right leg of your binary. Now, what I wanted to say in addition to that, this won't be in the rotator. This is going to be to help me drive that left leg down even further because I want to keep driving that down. So you guys can then start to focus on your right legs. And I can't just abandon the leg if I want it to really be solid. So I'm going to continue emailing my list. And you see, for example, here's an email I sent out recently to 70,000 people. You might think, well, 6.4% open rate's not high, because it is, because that's almost 5,000 people who opened it. And out of that 5,000 people, 228 people clicked. And that isn't like a clickbait email. Like I could easily write those emails to just play off of people's curiosity. But it's like a highly educational email because I want only like really committed people to click. And sometimes I'll play around with a clickbait type style, but I'm not really into that. So to have over 200 people clicking is a big deal on one email because I can continue sending these emails. In fact, here's another one I sent to another list of 19,000 people. 16% opened that one. And you see 134 people clicked on that one. And that was almost, that was 4,000 opens, 3,100 unique people. Each time I send an email, new people open it up that haven't opened my email up for a year. Like I get new people all the time. So I'm going to continue to be able to drive that down just with my existing lists. But on top of that, as a lot of you know, I'm applying the predictable cash flow formula, building a new list. For those who don't know what that is, I'll go over it again in a moment so you understand how that works, but that's where the real power is. I'll come back to that. Okay, so I'm driving that down. You've got a lot of it working for you in the rotator that helps you build not just the left leg, but also the right leg with you as the enroller. In addition to that, I'm tapping into my marketing power, both through my old email list ongoing and my new email list growing through the cash flow formula I'm going to talk about in a little bit for those of you who don't know what that is, to drive that leg down just huge. Again, this is only for the 100 committed people, which I'll talk about the criteria and the commitment that you need to make to be a part of that at the end of this. Okay, so I wanted you to know that at that point that I have 100 committed people, and at that point that I enter you into the social media rotation, which is when I have that 100 people, and I continue driving that down, I'm at that point, after I have 100 committed people, I am going to set my marketing to alternate between the left and the right. So to be really clear, these items, you know, the 10% that I'm committing to the solo ads and the YouTube ads and these kinds of things, the different kinds of stuff that we're going to be testing to directly promote Hempworx and this opportunity. And what I do on my blog and what I do on Facebook and what I do on YouTube with the social media rotator, that is 100% going to you, the 100 people. For the first 6 months, I'm committing the 10% of my Hempworx income, and indefinitely I'm committing like social media and all that stuff to rotate through you in that rotator. So, okay, check this out. This though, when I email my list, my old list and my new list growing, I'm going to have that on rotation between the left leg and the right leg. So here's how that will work. One will fall over there. This is after I have 100 people because I got to build my right leg too. And then one will fall over there. Then one will fall over here. Then one will fall over there. One will fall over here and one will fall over there. And then I'll continue driving, both those legs down. So to be really clear, after I get my first 100 committed people, which I don't suspect will take very long, then I kick on my marketing. My marketing includes those things that I discussed that put you into a rotator, which helps you build your left and your right leg with you as the potential enroller. And then when I'm emailing my list, my email list, and whether that's my new list that I'm generating through the cash flow formula, which I'll talk about that formula in a minute, or it's my old list, which will always drum up new interest, that's going to toggle like this. That's going to toggle where, the email ones can toggle like this after I have 100 people, because I still got to build my right leg, but still high commitment for me for that left leg. This is huge, guys. Okay, so, all right. I'm only able to do this and do so much because of the way the comp plan's set up. It's really, really impressive. Because I can get to $1 million a month with 2 legs, I'm able to devote all of my social media, to this one leg. And then just through my email marketing to my new list and my old list, alternate between the 2 legs. Okay, so here's what it looks like from your perspective. That's you at the top. You're going to set your rotation to be on alternate. And I'll show you what that looks like, or where you go in your back office to do that. You're going to set it to alternate until you have 100 people on auto order on your left side. So you're going to be contributing. It's going to toggle left, right. If you bring in anybody, whether they come from my rotator or your own marketing, it's going to toggle left, right, until you have 100 people on auto order. And again, depending on when you come in, I'm going to be putting a lot of those people in for you. So that looks like this too for you. Until you have 100 people on auto order on the left. Once you have 100 people on auto order on the left, go ahead and look at this green circle. Then you're going to set the rotation to be 100% everyone falling into your right leg. So then you can just focus from that point on. There's be so much momentum, and I'm still going to be feeding this thing, right? In a big way. I'm going to be feeding your left leg. Actually, I'm going to be feeding your left leg continuously. Even after you have 100 people on auto order, I'm going to be feeding it with the emails that I have going out, right, to my old list, which always gets results every time I email it because it's such a big list, and to the new leads I'm generating through the cash flow formula. Let me say that again. Even after you get 100 people on auto order, I'm still driving that left leg down. So now that you have 100 people on auto order, you can go ahead and set your rotation to 100% on the right. So that means anything you get from my social media marketing at that point will fall 100% into your right leg, plus anything that you drive, which I'm not just going to let you figure this out on your own. I'm going to be setting you up to lead your own co-ops. Remember when I said one of your commitments is to put 10% of your Hempworx income, no matter how small or how big it is, monthly, 10% of your Hempworx income into a co-op? I'm going to be teaching you how to run those co-ops. I'm going to be asking you to have your team make the same commitment that they're going to put 10% of their Hempworx income into that rotation and show you how to manage that thing to drive that leg down like a leader. And that's where the big money is going to come from, is this focused effort. I'm going to be massively helping you build this left leg. I'm even helping you build the right leg. And I'm going to train you on how to manage those funds to keep driving that leg down. And because it's a focused energy, as you get 3, 4, 5, 6 people contributing to the growth of that one leg, now you're able to really help drive their leg down because you're focused now just on one leg. And then we can teach them how to start their second leg, duplicating the exact same process. All right. So to join the top 100, what I wanted to say here was I'm going to teach you how to create perpetual motion on that right leg, with that 10% income. So again, I'm driving this down. I'm teaching you how to drive that second leg down through ad co-ops, through social media yourself if you want to, giving your teams, I'll be giving your teams content to post as well to drive that right leg down. I'll be teaching them SEO on YouTube if they want, for those that want to do YouTube. It's the team participation in that one leg that's going to drive that leg down. And you're going to be applying cash flow optimization if you're in Profit Platform or the Ambassador Group. And that's one of the requirements that I have for those going to be in the top 100 is to be in Profit Platform, the Ambassador Group. You're going to start applying cash flow optimization as well. For those who don't know what that is, which is huge. For those who don't know what that is, just real quick, I advertise, and anyone applying this, you advertise, and you don't offer Hempworx on the front because it's not as effective. And this is why. We'll be doing ads that do. Remember when I talked earlier about co-ops and YouTube ads that do promote Hempworx on the front? We'll have that going on. We'll be testing and playing with that because it's like a quick hit of pre-enrollees. But the bigger, massive results come from cash flow optimization, where you have a high-value, high-ticket offer, and we have a system that has this in place. Most of you know what this is. And you earn like money right away from people purchasing, in this case, like our training program and our system itself to help them duplicate this. And then you're generating leads, and that high ticket's offsetting the cost of your ads. Now you have more offers automatically built in, giving you more money to pay for those ads. And then at the 30-day mark, that's when I automatically present to them the Hempworx opportunity. So I'm also going to be encouraging you guys to follow through on this. Takes longer to get it set up, but once it's set up, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. And this is on top of what I talked about earlier. Okay, so it's big, guys. Okay, so to join the top 100, if you're a U.S. resident, you start at the executive package. That's $599. If you're in the U.S., if you want to be in the top 100, that's where you start. Again, if you don't want to participate in all of the benefit of being in the top 100 that I just went over, you can still join Hempworx. It's just if you want to benefit from everything I just went over, you need to follow and commit to these criteria. If you're a U.S. resident, start at the executive package for $599. If you reside outside the U.S. and in a country that can get a CBD product, like the EU, a lot of European countries, the UK, and there are some other countries, I believe Mexico and some countries in Africa, and more countries are opening all the time. They can get CBD products. If you reside outside the U.S. and in a country that can get CBD products, you'll start with 2 director packs with the CBD product line. So write this down. If you're in the U.S., write down executive package, $599. If you reside outside the U.S., but in a country like the EU, that includes the UK. I think they left the EU like in October, but the UK also can get CBD products. Mexico and some countries in Africa, I'm not sure which ones. Just let us know if you need to know. You would start with 2 director packs that include the CBD product line, and I'll show you that in a minute. But write that down so you know, depending on how you fall. If you reside outside the U.S., but in a country that is not able to have CBD products shipped, start with 1 spray executive pack. Write that down if you're in Australia, if you're in New Zealand, if you're in a lot of Asia, then you're going to need the spray, write down spray executive pack, because Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, a lot of Asia countries can't have CBD shipped yet. So you would get the spray executive pack. And spray executive pack, well, you'll see the prices. I'll show you all this in a minute. Just write down which one you are. That's if you want to join the top 100, that's one of the criteria. You get those packs depending on which country you're in. So I'm just going to summarize all that when I'm talking about these criteria. To join the top 100, start with the right pack for your location. Okay. Second criteria and commitment from you. You're going to get on monthly auto order for 90 BV or higher. That's approximately $150 per month product order. This is really, really important. We don't want to launch this thing and have me giving so much of my marketing power over and so much commitment with the rotator and everything else. It's insane, right? Like, we don't want to do that for people that aren't going to commit to this. Okay, so yeah, you can join Hempworx. You can join Hempworx in our team if you want to and not be on auto order. But if you want to benefit from the top 100, what the top 100 are going to get, then I need you to commit to being on auto order for 90 BV, which is about $150 per month. You must be an active member in Profit Platform or the Ambassador Program to be in the top 100. Now, the people you bring in don't have to commit to that. And I want to be really clear, this is not required to join Hempworx or our team on Hempworx at all. You can join Hempworx and come on in and sign up. But if you want to, and you don't have to be in Profit Platform or an Ambassador member to join Hempworx with us. But if you want to be in the top 100 that are getting the rotation and the support in becoming a marketing leader, I need you to be in Profit Platform and Ambassador for those things. Now, this is only required to be added to our marketing rotator and be trained on how to set up your own perpetual marketing generator, just to be clear. So you can join Hempworx without that if you want to. It's just you're not going to be in the top 100 group, that I'm adding into our marketing rotator in the ways that I described. You will commit 10%. You're committing 10% of all monthly Hempworx earnings to an ad co-op of your own that I'm going to help you set up. Initially, maybe you could just contribute to the one I have set up, but the point is for you to take over that process, to drive down the power line on your right leg as well, and to have others participate in that in your right leg, which I'll be teaching you how to do. You will commit to additional marketing on top of the 10% co-op. So I just wanted to add this in here that you don't want to just let me build your whole business for you. That would be ridiculous. You want to contribute to this, and you're committing to additional marketing on top of committing 10% of your monthly Hempworx income to jumpstart it. So you're going to either choose warm market, or if that doesn't work for you, social media, which we're going to be teaching you how to do, and you can even post like my YouTube videos. Then start applying SEO that we teach you. Advertising, again, so in addition to putting 10% of your income into the co-op, you could choose to advertise to jumpstart it on top of that, on top of that 10% initially, or just do SEO, or just do social media, or do warm market, or a combo of any of those. But you're committing to additional marketing, one or more of those, in addition to the 10%. The 10% kind of keeps it going and gets it really growing. But when you're first entering, I want you to commit to a jumpstart method that you're going to stick with until your 10% income is pretty significant, because you need to be contributing. And when you first sign up, you don't have income on day one. So what are you going to do? You're committing to warm market or social media the way we teach you, or SEO. You could be posting our YouTube videos, whatever, but you're committing, or to ads initially before you have income, like the first month, or a combo of any of those to jumpstart it. So you're not going to just come in, sign up, and get on auto order and do nothing and wait till you have income to contribute your 10%. You're committing to additional marketing to jumpstart it, one or more of these. You commit to holding your teams accountable to the same commitment. So obviously some people are going to come in just for the products, and that's fine. They can do that. But if people want to join the business, you're going to hold them to a higher standard than maybe you have in the past if you've done anything like this before. You're going to enter into this with a winning attitude, a winning mindset, which requires commitment and accountability. And that starts by you communicating these same things. Now, you can refer them to my presentations, or you can restate what I've said if you want to be the messenger of this criteria. But you're committing to hold your teams accountable to these same commitments if they want to enter into the business. That means you're committing them to start with the right pack for their location. You're asking them to commit to an auto order of 90 BV if they want to be in the business. You're asking your team to commit. Actually, they don't have to commit to being a member of Profit Platform or Ambassador. That's the only thing that's up to you, because again, that's not a requirement to join Hempworx at all. That's just something I'm requiring to be in my top 100. But when you're bringing people in, you are asking them to commit 10% of their monthly Hempworx earnings to an ad co-op that you are going to help run with my help to drive that leg down. And then you're going to be asking them to have their people that they're bringing in commit to those same things. This is how teams win. It's a mindset, it's an attitude, and it starts with commitment. Commitments that you first make to lead the way, and commitments that you ask of others to follow and to have duplicated on down. This is the key. This is what it's all about. And we're offering so much value, we can legitimately ask for these commitments. Okay? And if you commit to the above for a minimum of 6 months to create that perpetual motion growth and that leadership development and that excitement. Okay? So those are the commitments. Let me go back. If you want to be part of the 100 team, let me go back here and show you these products these packs that you can start with depending on which country you're in. So once you're in and you're in the power line and you go to sign up, you want to lock in your position, which you're going to want to do before Thursday, or people will jump above you for sure. I wouldn't wait till the last minute either in case you run into some problem, because you will lose people for sure if you wait till the last minute. So I would just get it locked in and get started as soon as you possibly can if you want to be a part of the top 100. So, because once I get 100, we're done. We're closing it up. And again, if you wait till like Wednesday or Thursday to sign up and you run into some technical glitch or some issue, there's nothing anybody can do. So I would start as soon as possible and not wait till that last minute of that next Thursday, or people will jump above you. Okay, so if you're in the United States, this is the pack you want. Hempworx. You just go to products, by the way, click on products, and then look for the Hempworx Executive Pack. That's how you're going to want to come in if you want to meet that criteria of starting with that pack. If you're in the United States, that's the one you start with. I'll show you what to do in just a minute when you go in there, because you can choose the different products you want. There's some things I want to talk about there. If you are outside the United States, but you're in the UK or the EU or some of the countries in Africa or Mexico that can get CBD products, then you're going to get 2 Hempworx Director Packs. That's this one. Okay, 2 Hempworx Director Packs will qualify you for the top 100 if you're in Mexico or one of the countries in Africa that are open with CBD products, or UK or one of the EU countries in Europe. If you are in a country like Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Thailand, a country that CBD cannot be shipped to, which you'll know when you try to go order one of this pack, it'll tell you that. Then you'll come over here to the nutritional sprays pack, spray executive pack. You just get one of those. If you're in a country like a country in Asia or Australia, New Zealand, then, and at the time of this recording, Canada, although that could change very soon, they might be able to get CBD products here really soon, but right now even Canada, then you would just get a spray executive pack, and that will qualify you for that. Let me go ahead and show you. Let's say you're getting a Hempworx executive pack. Let's say you're in the US. Here's what you do. You click Learn More, and then you choose your products in here. You choose your products. You choose 12 items. Just keep in mind that some of these items, there's an upgrade cost. Like if you choose 12 750 milligram CBD oil, you'll notice when you go to check out, it doesn't say it here, but when you add to cart, it actually charges you more than the $5.99. So if you want to keep it really simple, if you got 12 500 milligram CBD products, put that back to 0, then there's no upgrade charge to that one, and you just pay the $5.99 plus shipping, maybe tax, depending on where you live. But you get that $5.99 price for 12 500 milligram CBD products. If you do the 750, it would charge an upgrade. And there's a couple other products, and nothing's perfect. I wish it indicated which items were the upgrades, so you didn't have to go through the click add to cart and go through that to see, oh wait, it's charging me an upgrade price. Just keep that in mind. Most of these don't have the upgrade price. I know the 750 milligram does, and a couple others do. But just if that happens to you, that's, you could just pay the upgrade price if you really want that product that you're trying to get, or if you just want to pay that $5.99. You need to choose products, and most of them do fall in that category that don't have the upgrade, like the 500 milligram CBD oil. My heart and soul's on the CBD products. If you're outside the U.S., then you're going to need, outside the U.S. in a country that can't get CBD products like Australia, New Zealand, or one of the countries in Asia, then you're going to, go ahead and take advantage of what we're doing. I haven't tested them myself, but I'm hearing incredible reviews from people on the other products. For example, the nutritional sprays. So if you're outside the US, in a country like Australia, New Zealand, or a country in Asia, and you want to take part in what we're doing and start building a CBD distribution network in the countries it is open in, because it is opening in new countries all the time with CBD products, go ahead and start with a nutritional spray executive pack. And, it's a lesser cost to you, and it's still going to qualify you to be a part of everything that we're doing. Okay. And I'm hearing great things about these products. I'm going to be testing them out as well, but I'm hearing absolutely great things. I got one for sleep, one that's called Trim, one that's called Peak, Shield, Boost, Brain. I'm hearing rave reviews from people that I really trust on these. So if that's what you have to go with, don't be too disappointed, because they are fantastic products. Try them out and start building with us. If you're in a country outside the US who can get CBD products, that would be like Mexico, one of the countries in Africa that are open, or UK, or one of the EU countries, you would go to the director pack, click learn more, and you would actually get 2 of these director packs. So you would order 2 of these director packs. So you would choose 4 items in here, but you'd have to do it twice to make sure you get to 200 BV if you want to qualify to be on our team. So let me say that one more time. If you're in a country that can get a CBD product like the UK, or one of the EU countries, or one of the countries in Africa that are open for CBD shipment, or Mexico, you would get 2 director packs. So you have 200 BV. You go in there and choose the products you want with that pack, but get 2 packs, 2 orders of that to qualify. Okay? So that's how you begin. That will lock in your position. Do it before Thursday. I would do it way before Thursday in case you run into any problems, because if you do, you're going to get people that are going to be falling in below you will end up above you who do take action. So, and it kind of tells you how it works. It's really, really powerful. Very easy mechanism for getting people to take action, to pay attention. Gives us something to talk about. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to absolutely love it. The system's totally built for me. In fact, in 2001, the first 7-figure system I ever built was a power line. Like, we built a power line very similar to this, marketing nutrition. So it's pretty cool to see one back and see how well they've done with it and see how well they put everything else together for it. It's really integrated phenomenally well. I love systems like this because it allows me to get people's attention. And when there's a high quality product and a company that really has it together, like Hempworx does, that's expanding in the way that they are, it's just really, really exciting. So you'll get to kind of experience that. I mean, it gets you to focus. You need events to focus people, and you need fear of loss to get people to take action in a big way. But you want a fantastic product and a fantastic company in an industry that's exploding, where the regulation and everything's on your side for it to continue to grow, in order for the marketing and the excitement that you create to continue to compound over time. And that's exactly what we have. So one thing I wanted to show you just real quick, once you get signed up, you're going to want to come in here and go to my account and click on Rotator Placement Tool. This is what I was talking about with setting where your leads fall, including the ones that you're going to get from me in the Rotator. By the way, I'm not going to add you to the Rotator till January 1st. In December, I'm going to be driving this down with my email marketing. In January, I start, once we have 100 people, which I suspect to not be sooner than January, then I will enter you into my Rotator through my social media marketing. So through your marketing and my social media Rotator marketing, you're going to want to have this set on alternate legs, like I talked about earlier. You initially set, remember this, in case you forgot? You're going to want, because I know I covered a lot here, remember this? I said you're going to alternate rotation until you have 100 people on auto order on this side. And then once you have 100 people on auto order on the left side, then you set the rotation to be 100% on the right. That's what we're talking about. So as soon as you sign up, the first thing you're going to want to do, other than confirm that your success coach is right, is go to the Rotator Placement Tool and put it on alternate legs, alternate. So it goes left, right, left, right, left, right, including what comes from my Rotator, including what you do. If you want to ensure like a family member or somebody close to you ends up getting in on the action that we're a part of, they want to be one of the top 100 or get in that leg that I'm exploding, then you want to set it on the left leg before you refer them. But then after you get them in where you want them, go set it on alternate legs so that you're building the left and the right and the left and the right until you have 100 people on auto order on the left, and then you're going to go change this to 100% on right. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Again, as soon as you get signed up and you purchase your pack, you're going to want to set this either on alternate legs, or if you have somebody family member, someone close to you, a partner, whatever, that you want to make sure falls into our left leg. You would set this on left leg, refer them in, make sure they fell in the right spot by having them check their genealogy. And then, but ultimately you want to get this on alternate. So you're building left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. And then after you have 100 people on auto order on the left, which as I talked about, I'm helping you do big time, then you would change this to right only. You're going to focus fully on the right. And then my focus with you in the top 100 group will be helping you guys just manage co-ops, do the kind of stuff I do, but we're using my presentations, leveraging, all the stuff I'm putting together to communicate this to your group, but you kind of helping manage driving the marketing down, using the rotator in your system. So I'll not just be helping you build the left, but I'll be helping you build the right in a big way, which is where the big money comes from. You only need 2 legs in this company to make huge income. Okay, so as soon as you get signed up, just remember that's set the way you want it to be set. And then if you go to, just showing you the awesome marketing tools back here, if you go to once you're signed up, you go to my website. This is where you would refer people. There's lots of cool links and stuff that you can look at and consider sending to people with your link. The one that I'm sending out, just if you want some guidance, is this one, because it lets them log in and see themselves in the power line. It focuses their attention on just opting in right here. But you could use some of the other ones. Just test it out first and make sure that, here's when they got Spanish, Russian, Italian, so all of these are your links under website that refer people in and connect them to you. Just choose the one that you like the most. And make sure though you test it out and that it's clear. It's easy for them to see they're falling into that power line. Some of these are the corporate site. Like I might send somebody to the corporate site with my link, like it says, welcome to my Klingler site. So it's still tied to me, but there's a lot of information here, you see. So there's a time to do that, but it's not the first place I'd send them. I'd much rather send a person first to one of these simpler pages where they just opt in. I don't really like these kinds of pages, but some of you, you might, if you're drawn to this, that means your market's going to be drawn to it. So you like these more sizzly type pages, and that's what you should be promoting. We're all going to attract different types of people, and you're typically going to attract the types of people that are attracted to the kinds of images and stuff you are. And it's a nice looking site. It's not the kind of thing that I'm typically attracted to, but don't judge things by that. Like if you like this image and it's like, yeah, it's because kind of cool, it is kind of cool. It's like a nice lifestyle, right? Then that's what you want to promote. It's not bad, not at all. It's a nice site. They got lots of them here. So know that those are there for you. And then let's see what else. Just want to make sure I've covered everything for you. There's also the traffic rotator tool back here. I'll show you how to use that once we are really focused on your right leg. These are things after you're in. They got a leads and traffic section, so you can actually buy leads here, and maybe that's where some of you are going to want to put your 10% of your income, or if you want to jumpstart things, you could do this. But it's cool because you buy the leads here, and they end up being as pre-enrollees in your system, and then you can start sending them videos and presentations that I have to get them excited about what it all means and get them to sign up and talk about the excitement of our team and everything that they're going to be able to benefit from by being on your team. You're not going to be left alone to be able to communicate those exciting details when you get these leads. You'll be able to send out videos to them and contact them with that kind of content. So they have awesome tools back here. You buy these leads, they end up as pre-enrollees that you can send content I give you out. So also, we can track, they have the tool built in for tracking. So we can easily set up a link. I'll show you how to do this. Easily set up links and see where your results are coming from. It's really, really powerful, guys. Awesome marketing tools back here. It's like a playground for someone like me. And then, I haven't set mine up yet, but you see I got 96 hits, 32 pre-enrollees, 4 customers and sign-ups. I could have all these different links to test what I'm getting from YouTube versus Facebook versus advertising on YouTube versus advertising somewhere versus my emails, and see where I'm getting my best results. It's just nice to see that so you know where to focus your energy. I'll be teaching you how to do this stuff and how to use these awesome tools to drive that right leg down so you can really capitalize on the binary and capitalize on the volume that I'm creating in that left leg with you and for you, as I described today. So again, if you want to be part of the top 100 and benefit from everything that I went over today, let's just recap real fast what you would be committing to. If you're a US resident, you start with the executive package, write that down. If you reside outside the US and in a country that can get CBD products like the UK or one of the EU countries or Mexico or one of the countries in Africa that are open, and you can ask if you have a question about that, then you would start with 2 director packs that I showed you earlier in this video with the CBD product in it. If you reside outside the US but in a country that is not able to have CBD product shipped, don't worry, start with the spray executive pack. Just 1 spray executive pack will qualify you to be in our top 100. So start with the right pack for your location. Get on monthly auto order for 90 BV. That's about $150 a month. Again, you can join and not do that, but if you want to be in the top 100, that's what you need to do. If you want to benefit from everything that I'm doing for my team, as I described in this video, and be in that top 100 and have my commitment, not just short term, but long term, with the rotation, with setting you up with the right leg. I mean, if you want to go serious, then these are the things that you're committing to. You must be an active member of Profit Platform and ambassador, not to join Hempworx. This isn't tied to Hempworx. This is tied to if you want me to help you in the ways that I've described. It's not required to join Hempworx or our team, only required to be added into our marketing rotator and be trained on how to set it up for your own perpetual marketing generator for that right leg. You will commit 10%. You're committing to this if you want to be in the top 100. You will commit 10% of all monthly Hempworx earnings to the ad co-op to drive down the power line on your right leg. You will commit to additional marketing on top of this 10%. You'll choose either your warm market or social media as we teach you, or SEO as we teach you and help you, we'll give you content for, or ads, like buying those ads or those leads inside the Hempworx system itself, or a combo of any of these to jumpstart that. You're committing to something. You're not just going to sign up, get on auto order, and do nothing. You're just committing to make and aim at any of these or a combo of these to build. You commit to holding your teams accountable to the same commitments, with the exception of being in Profit Platform and the Ambassador Program Group. That's just for those top 100 that are working with me. But the people that you bring in that want to be in the business, if they want to be in the business, you're asking them to commit to all these other things as well, because we want to build a solid team. We want to set ourselves up to win and win big, to grow quickly and to be working with people that are committed. That's absolutely important. And you're committing to all this for 6 months so you can have the time to create perpetual motion. I don't want people signing up and then dropping out after a month or dropping out after 2 months. That's not any good at all. We want you to commit to 6 months. So if you can't do that, if you're not in a position to do that, don't join to be a part of the top 100. You can still join and kick the tires or whatever, but don't think you're going to be part of the 100 unless you're committing to this to at least for 6 months. Just come into it with that attitude, okay? So next step, again, I wouldn't wait. If I were you, I would go to products. I would get signed up. I wouldn't wait till that last minute, or because if you run into any problems, you're going to get jumped. And so, again, my goal is in a week from the time of this recording, I'm recording this on Saturday, is to launch this puppy to my list and start to go big with it in December, and then really buckle down in January. So we're just seeing how many people we're going to get. Is it 40? Is it 50? That's kind of what I'm planning here before I start actually marketing in about a week, and then see how fast I can get to those 100 committed people, and then work with you guys. Not just drive that left leg down like I described with the rotator and with my own emails, with the new leads coming into the cash flow formula, all those really powerful methods, SEO, but also help you build the right side as I described today. So if you want to be on a winning team, you want to grow fast, you want to be part of something really exciting in an exciting industry where the regulatory green light has been turned on and where all indicators are pointing at this is going to be massive, and this company has everything in place, where people are breaking income records and having success like I've never seen before. Get signed up as soon as you can so I know that you're in my top 100. Let me know. Send me a message. Say you're committed, and let's rock and roll. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions.